It's our Saturday special doubleheader to kick off weekend 6 here of the FBA. We have the Gainesville Mighty Oaks going against the Clermont Crocs. The Mighty Oaks coming in at 2-2 and coming off a win after back-to-back losses this season. The Crocs and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks at center court. The Crocs are coming off their first loss of the season. They lost to the St. Pete Tide 128-94, and the St. Pete Tide are the ones that remain undefeated in the league alongside the Florida Flight, as the Crocs gain the tip, and it is tapped out of bounds by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. The last time we saw the Crocs, though, Austin Mills had 28 points. Kenny Long came in the game and had 20 points off the bench, but that was all to no avail in their first loss of the year. But the big theme for them is going to be getting Steve Toyloy back. Cody Hoth with a fadeaway jumper is up and no good. The starting lineups for the Clermont Crocs is Cornelius Reynolds, Kenny Long, Cody Hoth, Montel Williams, and Steve Toyloy, the big man down low. A shot over there on the right side by Elijah Gray is no good. And for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks in the in the blue jerseys, you got Joquan Whitley up top running the point with Anthony Young as the ball's tapped out of bounds. Jonathan Johnson, Elijah Gray, as I said, and Kalik Williams, the dynamic guard, starting things off. And these two teams have not seen each other yet this year, but seem pretty evenly matched. Hello, everyone, and welcome into our Saturday's doubleheader. I'm Jesse O. Alongside me is Alvin Delvey, and Alvin will bring you in here in a second as the shot goes up and in for Jonathan Johnson, and he makes the first basket of the game. Alvin, what do you like about this matchup?
Trifecta, great shot. They left him open, which is not part of the game plan, but the game plan is to attack offensively. You're going to see a lot of guard play, and you're going to see them really get to key spots and really try to get in the gaps and shoot the gaps because they understand how dangerous this Croc defense is. And on the other end, Clermont Crocs are really trying to utilize their advantage inside the paint and really make sure they limit fast break points from the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. Two dynamic teams going head-to-head.
A spin into the lane by Johnson. He has that one knocked around by Hoth, and the ball's going the other direction off of the legs of Johnson. So Johnson has been one of the guys this year for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. 16 points per game, a little bit over 6 rebounds, and around 1 assist for these guys, but shooting 59% from the floor and 83% from the free throw line, which is not where the Gainesville Mighty Oaks flourish. So he's good when he's down low. And the other guy who's good down low is Steve Toyloy. He only played in one game, Alvin, but he was effective in that one nonetheless.
In that game, he was just an absolute monster in the paint. He did everything he wanted to do. He had 24 points. He got 18 rebounds. That is absolutely insane. And right there, you saw him just barrel his way as he knocks down that first free throw. And that's exactly what the Crocs need. As Coach Luna said earlier in pregame, they need to find a way to get him. It's not finding a way. He's going to get the ball, and once he gets it down low, you expect a big game from him. So that's going to be tough for the Mighty Oaks to figure out a way to limit that because he has a clear size advantage and pretty much the lead.
A 3 by Whitley is an air ball on the other side. Kenny Long saves it from going out of bounds, and here come the Clermont Crocs going the other direction. Kenny Long, pass left side. Cornelius Reynolds off the front iron. He normally wears number 16, but he's dressed in number 2. Today, Kalik Williams taps it over to Whitley. Whitley guarded out beyond the arc by Montel Williams. And Williams, dynamic guard, offense and defense, has played overseas a few times as well, has gotten to play in Germany and quite a few other places. Him and Toyloy have played overseas as well alongside Brandon Moss, and the ball's tipped in by Kalik Williams, and those are his first 2 points of the ball game.
Early on, we're seeing Montel Williams get back into the role we're used to seeing him in, really controlling the ball and pushing the ball, moving it around, spreading that well. As he gets a great dime.
Hoth off on the 3. And here comes Anthony Young going the other direction, dribbling in on Long, going right side, down low. Had nowhere to go over Toyloy. Now the fadeaway jumper, no good. And Toyloy brings down the rebound. He'll pass ahead. Montel Williams back to Cornelius Reynolds. And a travel on Reynolds.
And circling back to that last offensive possessions by the Mighty Oak,
Anthony Williams up top Throws it towards the right. There's Khalik Williams now. Bounce pass in. Elijah Gray has that one stolen away, but no, they will call a foul on Montel Williams. That, it's kind of a 50-50 call there.
Definitely, and right now the refs are just trying to get ahead of the game. They don't want it to get too messy, too aggressive, so they're trying to call it right now in the first quarter so everyone knows what type of a game they're going to be calling. So then we'll see a cleaner game. That's a great mid-range jumper by Elijah Gray. They left them open, and that's kind of their game plan. They need to find a way to get into these little seams that they're going to leave and knock down those jump shots. That's going to help open up some lanes coming down the stretch.
Crocs up 6-4. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Clermont. So here come the Mighty Oaks going the other directions. That's a turnover.
Limiting turnovers is going to be the tail of the tape today because both teams are dynamic in their respective niches. So turnovers will be an Achilles heel for either one of these guys. They cannot afford to have careless turnovers.
Khalik Williams, pump fakes. Young, left elbow, left a little short. Tapped around. Gray couldn't hold down to it, but Young gains control. Whitley likes that spot, and he converts. Joquan Whitley up with the three. Shooting 33% from beyond the arc, but nails that one. It's a 9-4 ball game. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks are up by 5.
That's what you love to see if you're a Mighty Oak fan. Great guard play, and you have a great possession defensively. Great hustle by Khalik Williams on that one. But offensively on that last possession, you see them really going hard and attacking those seams, moving the rock around, and you have a wide open Joquan Whitley knocking down the tray ball.
And a foul. So 5-point game, 7.5 minutes left to go. 2 team fouls now on the Mighty Oaks, 1 on the Clermont Crocs. Montel Williams steps back in the corner. That was going to be a 3. And the rebound by Johnson. Now he'll go the other direction, dribbling up on Cody Hoth. Khalik Williams, right side, now left. Bounce pass down low. Johnson, a nice take to the basket as it rolls around and in, and he's got 4 points.
Look to the sideline, and you will see Coach AJ in a nice salmon shirt, loving the play from his guards, really getting inside those seams, and a nice dump off. Johnson able to go and finish up strong. Great job.
Here's Whitley, who will pass ahead, and it's cut off by Reynolds, taken away by the Mighty Oaks, and Johnson down low again, who's got 6.
Johnson's going to have himself a game tonight. We see him the beneficiary of many of these passes because he's a great job of cutting.
Reynolds down low, fighting for the basketball. And we have a man step out, or no, we'll call a foul. 13-4 is the score here. And we'll have a complete substitution for the Crocs and for the Mighty Oaks. Both of these teams like to use completely different lineups, Alvin.
And that's why you just love a game like this. When one unit's doing it or isn't doing it, you know that the next unit's going to come in. It's going to give you a completely different look. We have the Luna Twins checking in, and you know what they bring to the table. And we have a new fella coming in.
Nicholas Turner.
And Turner's going to do a great job. We saw him in warm-ups. He's a high flyer. He gets up high, slams it, plays very aggressively. And it's going to be interesting to see him match up with Jonathan Johnson because they have a similar play style. This is going to be a great game.
So the new guy, Nicholas Turner, comes out of the ABA to play in his first FBA game this season. Out of Jacksonville, Florida, he played for the FSCJ Blue Waves, standing at 6'8", 210, and he'll be a familiar face down low all season for this Clermont Crocs team, who now kind of have a way to get Steve Toyle out of the game and get him some rest. Another guy can come in and be the forward/center role. He plays the 4 and 5 very well and likes to use his feet and his body size to his advantage. Up top, here's David Luna. And now Montel Williams, the point guard, steps back, creates room, and airballs the 3.
And little did you know, that was actually a great defensive possession by Jonathan Johnson, moving his feet, cutting that lane off, forcing a tough shot and recovering, putting his hand up, great contest, forced the air ball.
Anthony Young, the step back right side, and he converts.
At this point, that is a patented step back by Young. He utilized that step back very well. and he was able to knock down a good jump shot. Long two, hit the bottom.
5.5 minutes left to play in the first. 15-4. Reynolds in, up with the left hand, and he makes it.
It's just beautiful to see a guy jab someone and come across through the lane, running baseline, how Reynolds just did, and execute that finger roll over everyone and knock it home. Great job by Reynolds. Strong cut, strong drive, great finish.
Good defense here by Luna. Down low, Whitley, and a charge. Montel Williams hits the deck, and Joquan Whitley picks up his first personal of the game. Third team foul for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, and the Lunas love that call.
That's exactly what the Luna Twins brings to the table. You saw him right there, forcing him in the middle, and you would think that's a bad play, but they know their man Montel Williams is going to come, slide up under there, get out of the restricted area, and draw a charge. Great job from the defense by the Crocs.
Montel Williams from the free throw stripe, and Whitley the rebound. Under 5 minutes left to play. Stevenson has that one cut off and tapped out of bounds by Reynolds.
And you saw on that last play, the Mighty Oaks, they thrive in transition, and as soon as they get the ball, they're pushing. They have guys leaking, and on that possession, you see Reynolds from the Crocs just really cover that like a DB, looked like he was a corner, looking like prime time, and was able to get that. However, Young was able to come in there, little guy, bang with the big fellas, throw up that nice little float off the top of the glass, kiss it in. Great job by Young getting a little seam there.
Ball stolen away by Stevenson. Here comes Young the other direction. Passes ahead. Khalik Williams laying it up and in, and Williams now has 4 points. And a timeout taken on the floor. So, wow, 19-6 ball game, 4.5 minutes left to play. Not bad start, Alvin.
Not a bad start at all, and right now the Mighty Oaks are doing everything that they wanted to do. You see them getting out in transition. They're limiting the Clermont's interior offenses. That's where they have the advantage, and they're doing a great job. Just have all eyes, and they're fronting their guys. They're playing some good help defense, and they're moving the ball and knocking down shots. However, the Clermont Crocs, they're not going to stay down for long. Right now in their huddle, they are very passionate. They're letting them know that this is not the defense they're accustomed to playing. And they're going to come out this timeout playing hard, and they're going to get in and out of their sets better. And you're going to see them start knocking down some shots, because Montel has missed a couple of shots. That's uncharacteristic. But you love to see him taking those shots, and you know they're going to fall. Kenny Long just checked in. You know what he brings to the table offensively. And Nicholas Turner, he's going to be dynamic. Both it does the slew of things offensively, and you have the Luna Twins. So this is going to be a great game.
19-6 again the score. Long down the right side, pump fakes. Daniel Luna step back over Wesley, no good, and the rebound by Trey Jackson on the other side. And Trey Jackson looking ahead now down low to Jabari Hayes, who will see his first few minutes as well. And now back up top to Doherty. Doherty, who had the hot hand last game, a step out of bounds on the far side by Trey Jackson. I like Doherty's play last game. Had a good amount of points, but he's shooting 100% this season, Alvin, from the free throw line, and 58% from beyond the arc. So he is their sharpshooter and the guy who you want to get to at the end of the game and have the rock in his hands. Down low and almost jabbed there by Nicholas Turner, and the putback on the second chance is good, and he draws the foul. So this guy coming into the game and already having his presence felt. How about the new guy for the Clermont Crocs?
Exactly what we expected out of him. Nicholas Turner is a high riser. Right there, you saw him just elevate. He missed the first one, but he stuck with it, and he was able to finish strong on the second one and get a hand one. That's a great job by Nicholas Turner. Let's see if he can knock down a free throw. He's having a great debut so far.
And the shot is up and made. 19-9 is the score. Right side, Trey Jackson hits the three. Trey Jackson coming into the game, shooting 25% from beyond the arc, and now it's a 22-9 ball game.
And that's a great rhythm shot by Trey Jackson. Great closeout by the Crocs, but he's just great offense beats great defense.
So Nicholas Turner with 3 points now for the Clermont Crocs. And his team is trailing by a good margin. Trey Jackson, other side again. He's hot. And he's absolutely the guy that the Clermont Crocs should start guarding a little bit heavier out beyond the arc. He's got 6 points already, so trying to blow right past that 25% mark that he has so far on this season. He's not a guy who takes a lot of threes, as Kenny Long makes the shot on the other end. That's his first 2 points of the game. Last game, Kenny Long had 20 for this team, and they kept it close to the end, but then the St. Pete Tide kind of ran away with it. 128-94 was the score of that game, and a foul down low for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks.
And just going back to how the Mighty Oaks have been running this offense, it's early on in this quarter, you saw the guard just getting into those teams, attacking those teams, and that creates the options that we just saw Trey Jackson utilize and just take advantage of. He was able to run around off ball as they penetrated offensively, run off ball and get a wide open 3-ball. It is very hard for the Crocs to bounce back after getting such deep penetration from the guards. And you're going to see how that plays to an effect, and if they are able to make a halftime adjustment or quarter adjustment to handle that. Because Doherty is just a nightmare from the three. Last game, he was the spark. He's like J.R. Smith. He can come down there and knock down huge threes when they really need him, and he's very efficient. He has that sweet spot in the corner. So everyone knows this. Everyone watches tape on the Crocs, and they cannot let that happen. However, while they're guarding him tight, it gives other guys like Trey Jackson an opportunity to run around him and find a wide open 3-ball, and he's been knocking it down so far.
Wesley misses a pair of free throws, but that one is tapped in by Stevenson down low, and I think Stevenson had a little bit of help from Turner on that one, so kind of going against his own team, but Stevenson now with his first 2 points of the ball game. Here's the 2-3 zone defense that we're accustomed to seeing for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Down low, and they strip it away from the Crocs. The other direction, Wesley swings it over to the left, and Trey Jackson, it just goes through his hands.
And offensively, Kenny Long did a great job penetrating that 2-3. However, he wasn't able to get it up or get it to a guy quick enough. But Kenny Long, you know what he does offensively. He's averaging 16 points, and he's averaging two assists a game. He does it all for them offensively, and he's pretty smooth if you watch his game. The smooth cat gets to the rack at will and does well.
Toyloy down low, an easy shot for him. So that's the guy they have to start milking throughout this game. Steve Toyloy's got 4 points already, and last game he had 24 down low. Wesley blocked in the back. And here comes the Crocs going the other direction. Justin Rusaw in the game for the Crocs now. Cornelius Reynolds, right wing 3, off the mark. Down low, a foul, and Rusaw will go to the line. A 27-13 ball game. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks up by 14 with under 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter.
And on that last possession, we saw a little bit of what both teams are trying to do in this game. They're pushing the ball very quickly. Mighty Oaks missed it on one end. However, after that miss, the Crocs got it and pushed it very quickly. And now you see Jason Rusaw at the free throw line because of that. However, he missed that first free throw. Let's see if he can knock it down. He hasn't made one yet so far in this season, as he misses both of them. It's going to be tough. Next, he's going to get another opportunity. You want to see him knock both of those down going forward. Tough attempt. Great steal by Rusaw.
Long, down low, fouled.
Once again, Kenny Long was able to find a way to penetrate the defense, got real low, almost at that block, and now he's going to have himself a pair at the free throw line. Let's see if he can knock him down. He's shooting about 69% from the free throw. Hopefully he can use this attempt to boost that percentage up just a little bit.
And Long from the line has that one bounce around and in. And the interesting thing about Kenny Long is when he comes in the game, it's like the Clermont Crocs kind of change up their whole offense. It's a lot more fast. They like to run with a heavier pace when Long is in the ball game, and he misses the second one. The Mighty Oaks recover, and here comes Doherty going the other direction. Hayes right side, pump fakes into the lane, up top. Doherty, Jackson, and he's off the mark on the left side. That's Jackson's first miss from beyond the arc this ball game. So 2 for 3 so far, but his team still is up by 13. Right side, ball's punched around for Turner. running baseline, and a hard throw in to Russa, who can't get that one to fall. And they're lucky they have Toiloy this game. That's another rebound for him. And a foul down low. Kenny Long will go back to the line.
And that's exactly what they want right there. They just got 3 different boards on that offensive possession, and that's going to be the tail of the tape. They're going to have a lot of second chance points, and it's just whether they can capitalize on it, because right there you see Russo misses 2 layups, gets the board, then Toiloy gets the board, kicks it back to Kenny Long as he misses that first free throw, and then he was able to go and penetrate and get another look at the rim. And that's also a thing about Kenny Long, is once he gets into the game, as he knocks down that second free throw, it forces the offense to kind of form around him, because he's such an aggressive player and he's so quick and smooth. It forces you to have to move with him.
Ball's taken away by the Clermont Crocs. And now here's Toiloy. We'll bounce it over to Kenny Long. 40 seconds on the game clock left here in the first quarter. Long dancing up with the left hand. Toiloy the rebound. And Toiloy with the putback. And Steve Toiloy has 6 points already, and the dynamic center for this team, who's got a lot of experience overseas, is really showing his worth for this team. And it's a mix down low, and Trey Jackson going to the line and will shoot 2. It's a 10-point ball game, 27-17, 19.5 left to go in the quarter.
Great strong take by Trey Jackson, going up amongst the trees and trying to finish strong. He's 100% from the line. Let's see if he could hold true with that one at this attempt. But back to that last play by Toilo, as Trey Jackson stays true and knocks it home. Is it safe to say Steve Diesel Toiloy, Jesse? Is that a safe thing to say?
Wow.
Because on that last possession, he just threw around the defenders like they were children, as Trey Jackson knocks down his second, staying 2 for 2, 100%. He is a big fella, and he's dominating. Gets a board up and under. He doesn't go under. He just pump fakes, gets you up, and then just muscles it through. We'll see if he can get another dynamic offensive possession.
Glenn Stevenson with 5 seconds left to go. A 29-17 ball game. Doherty pass over right side. Hayes cannot get that one off in time. And that will do it for 1 quarter of play here for us. 29-17 the score. But the Clermont Crocs not going anywhere. When we return, there's more basketball on the way. This is the FBA in Weekend 6 on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Pauley Wealth Management.
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends.
I want the keto.
I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon.
I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go!
Here you go, boy. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Mooyah burgers were great. Mooyah burgers rock!
(29-17) the score of this ball game. Jesse O, Alvin Delvey, Mark King on hand, as always. And we have an 8-point game, if I can do math correctly, gentlemen, as the clock starts ticking down to signal the start of the second quarter. And yes, I actually can do math, and it is indeed an 8-point game. Whitley, left side, a 3 over Hoff. It's an air ball, and it's recovered by Justin Rousseau. And here come the Clermont Crocs going the other direction, slowing down their offense. So it's the different dynamic guards that they have. Montel Williams like slowing things down and getting the offense set. And Kenny Long's that guard that makes them push in transition as Cody Hoth gets fouled down low.
And if I could just make a couple comparisons, I would like to say that Montel Williams is more like a Chris Paul type. He wants to really facilitate, dime drop, get some good looks, get great looks at the bucket. Whereas Kenny Long is more of an Isaiah Thomas. He comes in here, he's a fiery guy. He wants to get in, and he's going to get the same good looks. He's going to move the rock as well. However, he wants to do so in transition in a fast-paced setting. That's where he's at his best. And they know that as Cody Hoth knocks down his first free throw. They know that, so that's why when they bring them in, they bring in the different guys as well. Who's gonna help those guys do that, and that's a great look. And he misses that second one, but they get the rebound, which is a huge.
Cody Hoth hits the three on the far side, 29-21. Cody Hoth puts the team on his back there. He's now got 5 points, even though he missed the free throw. It's now an 8-point game with 11 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Up top, Anthony Young dancing on Williams. Young, bounce pass down low, and Johnson recovering and going right, and that was a clear travel. Great call by the officials.
And Cody Hoth was able to turn that into a 4-point play, missing that one. They got the rebound and kicked it right out to him. He was able to bang down that long-range jumper. So that's a great job. They're chipping into this lead. Right now it's an 8-point lead. Let's see if they could go and do it again with Montel Williams running the point.
Rousseau misses it down low, and the rebound by Elijah Gray. Here come the Gainesville Mighty Oaks the other direction. Kalik Williams down low with the scoop into the cup. And Kalik Williams with 6 points now out of Jacksonville, Florida. He was a Shaw University Bear. He's averaging around 13 points per game this season, and his team is up by 10. Williams, no sir, and that one's tipped around, and Rousseau recovers. It was tipped around by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, but they gave it right to Rousseau, and Rousseau has his first 2 points of the ball game. A 31-23 game as Kalik Williams pump fakes, goes right. Anthony Williams, another pump fake into the lane. Just a couple feet outside the restricted zone, fouled, and makes the shot. Anthony Young doing a great job of, getting in that landing space is what we talk about, and made the shot.
That's just we're watching great guard play from Gainesville. They are able to attack the seams, and right there, that was a nice little hole for him to really penetrate and throw up a chocolate float, got the bump, got the shot to fall, and he got the free throw to fall as well. Anthony Young doing it big on that possession with the N1.
Anthony Young with 7 points, averaging a little bit over 12 so far this season. Gainesville came into the game at 2-2, wearing the blue jerseys with the gray numbers and the white trim. And Montel Williams trying to create a foul call there, and the ball's blocked down low. Elijah Gray coming up big in a fight for the basketball, won by Kalik Williams. Anthony Young just strong on the three, and that could have been a bit of a dagger by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks there if they made it. Reynolds up with the right hand.
Coast to coast for Reynolds, coming out of that trap, taking all the way down, fending off a couple defenders and laying it home. Big shot by Reynolds.
Anthony Young, Johnson up with the right hand, no good. And Toyloy, the big man, brings that one down, and he gives it up to Montel Williams. So a 9-point game, 34-25. One team foul for both of these teams. And Cody Hoth running things. And a hard foul there by Toyloy, who knocks Kalik Williams right down to the ground.
Steve Toyloy setting him a sturdy on that one, but just a little, he moved a little bit, was an illegal screen.
So now a little delay in the action here, but
how about those Crocs jerseys? That's a little fly right there.
I was gonna say they like remind me of the Miami jerseys with the lighter color going to the darker color.
Nice little
going left to right, yeah. That one's tipped away by Toyloy down low, and Montel Williams slowing things down up top, and he'll throw right side. Reynolds out beyond the arc, guarded by Whitley, and will shoot and make. Cornelius Reynolds with 7 points. And
That
was very unexpected. He contested shot too.
That was beautiful. Sized him up, saw he had it, hand down, man down, bang down the trifecta. Great job by trusting your shot by Reynolds.
Reynolds the rebound. And a bad pass by Toiloy there is tipped around, but Cornelius Reynolds actually got it as a fast break, and the turnaround under the basket made by Turner. And how about that? Defense becomes offense, becomes defense, becomes offense. A 4-point game, 8 minutes left to play. The little scoop and make by Joquan Whitley puts it back to a 6-point game.
That's a great take back and forth by Jaquan. And now we have Turner down low.
And that one just rims out a little bit. Still a 6-point game, under 8 minutes left to play in the second. Whitley over Toiloy, and Turner the rebound. And I feel like Turner's going to come up big for these guys either later this game or at some point in the season. That is going to be their new guy. Yeah. Reynolds down low. Kalik Williams the other direction. Yeah, Johnson with the left hand, and Johnson going with his opposite hand. And a great layup towards the basket, and he's got 8 points. Down low, Toiloy fouled. Eight-point ball game. Toiloy saying having a few words with the officials there.
And on that play, it's going to happen. You see Steve Toiloy outweighs Jaquan Whitley by 50, 60 pounds. So that's a smart foul if you're Jaquan Whitley. You don't want to give him anything easy. Johnson came over and made sure he didn't get an N1. That's just a good defensive possession. It's basketball, you know, and they're just giving each other a piece of their mind. They're grown men. They got some good character. They got integrity. They'll be able to talk it over and get things figured out.
Two team fouls on the Mighty Oaks now. And Toiloy from the line. It's his first made free throw. Seven-point game. And Toiloy off the mark on the right side there. Kalik Williams bringing that one down, has to fight through Hoth and Reynolds, and now has his ball knocked away. It's a 3-on-1. Montel Williams up top to Toiloy down low, and Toiloy slamming it down with the right hand. And Kalik Williams getting a little feisty down low. This will be interesting to watch later in the game. Elijah Gray up with the left hand, and he wanted a foul as well. But Gray now with 4 points, and it's a 7-point game as Reynolds will bring the ball up the floor and slow things down. Under 7 minutes left to play in the second. A screen. Reynolds spinning to Toiloy. And Williams over Jackson. And Williams and Jackson kind of have the same body build too, so that could be a great matchup to watch in this one. Kalik Williams hits the three. Kalik Williams with 9.
My, oh my, everything is going for Mighty Oaks. Everything is falling for them. They clearly have the momentum in this game.
Kalik Williams coming up big here. And Steve Toiloy sort of trying to plead his case to the officials as his team trails by 10. 6:23 left to go in the second. More basketball on the way. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Pauley Wealth Management. We're back here for FBA action. It's a 43-33 game. Toiloy into the lane and up with the right hand, and immediately coming out of the break Steve Toyloy gets on the board. He's got 11 points.
That was a beautiful catch. Strong hands. Take it. A little European two-step finger roll by the big fella. Great move by Steve Toyloy.
Whitley tried a 3 on that one. Trey Jackson, they got to be careful. He's hit 2 out of 3 threes so far this game. Elijah Gray tried to body up Toyloy, and Steve said, no, sir. Left side. Williams over Williams. And the give off did not go. It was taken away by the Mighty Oaks, and Whitley is on the ground. He looks like he's hurt. Ball goes out of bounds. And Whitley needs some time. 43-35 game, 5:40 left to go. Whitley will be able to get up. Just got hit a little bit hard on the play, a little bit roughed up.
And that was just a little bit of friendly fire. Everyone's hustling, trying to get that ball. He got the rebound, tried to push it, bumped into his teammates. I think he got a shoulder to the nose, and that is a tough one. So just trying to get his wits about him before they continue this game. Big shot by Trey Jackson, knocking down another trifecta. He is 3 for 4, 2 for 2 in the corner. Trey Jackson is having himself a great game.
46-35 the score. The Mighty Oaks back up by 11. 5:30 left to play in the second. Double team for Williams. Reynolds left side. And Turner loses that one and grabbed by Hayes. Here's Hayes, kicks it off his back foot, but Kalik recovers, and Kalik one step inside the free throw stripe. Now has 11 points.
Great job by Kalik Williams on that one, getting to a spot and knocking it down. But on that defensive possession, if you saw how great they handled that pick and roll action with Montel Williams and Steve Toylow, they doubled him immediately, as you just saw right there.
Reynolds left side up with his left hand, and he's now got 9 points.
Reynolds just probing right there, just taking everything that they're giving. He was able to throw up another float on the left-hand side. Great job by Reynolds, doing exactly what he needs to do to get a bucket.
Kalik Williams dribbling his way in and making the shot from the left block. Uses the backboard on that one, and he's doing it all for his team, who's up by 11 at this point. Reynolds, right side, down low. Turner has that one tapped away, and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks getting another steal. And Hayes puts this one up and makes the shot. Wow, what a run that the Gainesville Mighty Oaks are on here. A 52-37 ball game. The Clermont Crocs not doing a great job of taking care of the rock. A foul on the floor. That one will go against Jabari Hayes. And this seems like the screws are coming unhinged here, Alvin, for the Clermont Crocs.
So for the Clermont Crocs, their game plan was really to dominate the interior. And once they were able to do that, they're trying to be more efficient on the fast break defense to make sure they could get set and stop that rush that the Gainesville Mighty Oaks usually put on, as we are seeing right now. But they haven't been able to do that.
Reynolds fouled down low, but it was a combination of Gray and Hayes that went up for it, and they did get a lot of ball as well.
Yeah, definitely. But as you saw right there, they're doing a great job. They're doubling on the pick and roll actions. Everything that typically gives you the opportunity to dump the ball off to your big fella Steve Toyloy and Nicholas Turner, they're doing a great job of converging as Reynolds knocks down his first free throw. They're doing a great job of that, and that's putting them into a scramble. They're not able to get it to their guys. They're getting a little frustrated, and now they're going to have to really look in the mirror and figure out how they want this game to end as he misses that second free throw. And the Mighty Oaks gain possession.
Hayes, right side in a 52-38 ball game from the right elbow. Gray and Toyloy the rebound. Toyloy fouled down low. Couple hands go right to the face, and 5 team fouls now on the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. So Toyloy and the Crocs are now in the bonus, and Toyloy will get to go to the line and shoot 2. The big number, 88, trying to will his team back into this ball game as we're under 4 minutes now left to play in the second quarter.
And this is going to be an interesting lineup that Coach Luna brought in. You have Kenny Long, which really likes to push the pace, and you have Steve Toyloy as he knocks down his first free throw attempt. You have Steve Toyloy, who's He's a big fella, so he can push the pace as well. But it's going to be interesting to see how they utilize the pick and roll action and what they're going to do offensively. They brought in a quick scorer in Kenny Long into this game. Let's see how that works.
Our officials for today's game: Josh Phillips is the crew chief, wearing number 33. Reggie Bushner wearing number 25, and right in front of us as of now is Mike Rivera, as always, wearing number 34, and our officials always do a great job for us here. A 12-point game, or so we think. Trey Jackson hits another one. He's hot, got 14 points, and his team is up by 15, and this is their largest lead of the ball game, and the Clermont Crocs have to come up with something to recover here. Reynolds up top, left side. Toyloy pump faking on Stevenson and now taking a dribble. Has that one knocked away. Up ahead to Johnson, and Johnson throwing it down, but how about Cornelius Reynolds with the hustle getting back and got a hand on it, but was going to go in nonetheless.
Reynolds was trying to see if Johnson's going to cock that thing back, and if he did, he was going to send it, but that's a great job by turning defense into offense by the Mighty Oaks. Once again, we have another turnover. This is falling apart for the Clermont Crocs. They can't get what they want in the interior, and Mighty Oaks has just been all over them, and they're having themselves a nice run here. They got a nice 17-point cushion with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first half. Let's see how they finish this possession.
Hayes right side, running under the basket. Trey Jackson, another three. And that one will bounce around, and Rusaw will grab the rebound. A 17-point game now, 2.5 minutes left to play. And Stevenson cuts that one off. Great job getting back in transition there by Glenn Stevenson. But the Clermont Crocs are about to do the same. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks now. Johnson, the lay-in, and a nice little, I guess that's an alley-oop, right?
Yeah, that's a oop. That's a oop. He didn't finish it how you typically see alley-oops finish, but he did catch it, rocked it a little bit, and floated that thing back up. It was beautiful all before he landed. This is uncharacteristic for the Crocs, though. Seeing such easy attempts at the shot, at the bucket, and getting so much lanes, this isn't what you usually see from them.
Crocs down by 19. Stevenson, that one bounces around. Williams ahead to Jackson, and Jackson another lay-in, and they just like throwing it up to each other at this point. And head coach A.J. Williams is ready to go. His team is up by 21, and this has been one of their largest leads of the season. They have clearly not been able to run away with the game so far, but this one, it looks like they are. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Pauley Wealth Management.
Pauley Wealth Management is an innovative provider of wealth management and financial planning services. For over 2 decades, our advisors have been providing clients with sound, professional, and unbiased financial advice, investment management, and wealth planning. Our philosophy has remained unchanged through the years.
On that last possession, we saw Trey Jackson getting some love, and they called a timeout. Steve Toyloy really did a great job getting to the bucket and knocking it home for the Crocs. We're seeing everything happening for the Mighty Oaks, and Coach AJ is a player's coach. He's hyping them up, and they're having themselves a great game. Let's see if Clermont can continue to play a great defensive game as they usually do.
Johnson makes that one down low. And now Johnson with 12 points. His team is back up by 21.
They're forcing the Crocs to do a little bit of soul searching. They're not used to being in this position.
Foul down low, 63-42 the score with under 1 minute left to play. And Toyloy and Kalik Williams kind of talking to each other. Down low, Toyloy fouled, and obviously the Gainesville Mighty Oaks in the bonus. So Toyloy at the line to shoot 2.
And Toyloy has been trying and trying, and really the effort is there on the Crocs. They're doing a great job offensively, or they're effort-wise, they're doing a great job. However, shots aren't falling for them. As he knocks down that first free throw, their shots aren't falling. You're seeing a lot of missed shots. And in the beginning of the first quarter, you saw them getting their second chance opportunities. However, defensively, they have not been able to find an answer for the Mighty Oaks, as he doesn't touch anything but the bottom of the outside of the net on that last free throw. So
I love the clarification, bottom of the outside of the net.
Yeah,
it needed to be said.
Yeah, you have to. It looked pretty. It looked pretty until it got to the rim.
Yeah. It didn't get to the rim.
That was the pun.
A foul down low, off ball. Looks like it was a screen on a screen. 63-43, a 20-point game. And the Clermont Crocs not having their best first half that they've ever had. Williams to inbound, gives it off to Hayes. And Hayes guarded by Daniel Luna. And he stepped out of bounds. So another turnover on defense created by the Crocs, and they kind of need these to string along if they want to get back in this game. Williams, the screen from Toyloy, now goes back right, and they wanted to run the pick and roll there, and a long two hit by David Luna, and those are his first 2 points of the game. The Luna twins both shooting a little bit over 3 points per game, but they will take on guarding Trey Jackson together. They double team him, Jackson falling away from the basket, and now the shot clock is off. 17 seconds left to play in the second. Montel Williams, the bounce pass left side. Daniel Luna for three, left corner. Daniel Luna hits the three, and those are his first 3 points of the ball game. The clock ticking down from 8. Williams wrapped up and fouled. And Kalik Williams will not get to go to the line. Obviously, the only team that was in the bonus is the Crocs, and they've been in the bonus for a couple of minutes now. 6 seconds left on the game clock, so the Clermont Crocs still do have a foul to give again. Trey Jackson, far side. A three over Williams, and hits! Trey Jackson with ice in his veins at the end of the second quarter. Hits a big one, and Alvin, your jaw is through the ground. Coach King, obviously not too impressed because, you know, he sees it all the time, but you, tell me what you're thinking right now. It's a 66-48 game.
They are keeping their foot on their necks. I loved how Clermont in that last minute was able to get a defensive stop and get 2 big threes by both Luna twins, which was exactly what you needed. However, that's just a great play by Trey Jackson. He is hot right now. He is 5 for 6, 5 for 7 from the three, and he just came down there and showed them who he was and just knocked down a huge shot to just whittle away any momentum that the Crocs thought they had. That was a great shot to end, great way to end the first half by Trey Jackson and the Mighty Oaks.
And you kind of have to wonder, you know, with the absence of a couple guys for the Clermont Crocs, they're missing Austin Mills, and he's a guy who can get things going, and he's one of their primary scorers. So that might be a factor for them coming down late in this game, whether they need that a little bit more of that scoring ability. But Toyloy coming out big, 15 points already for him in the first half of the ball game, and Alvin will have the coach's remarks as we come out of the half. A 66-48 ball game, 18-point lead for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. We'll be back in just a second after the half break. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Pauley Wealth Management.
World where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends.
I want the keto.
I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon.
I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go!
Here you go, boys. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band?
Show us what you got, man.
What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Mooyah burgers were great. Booyah Burgers rock!
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data in sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Booyah Burgers, fries, and shakes, Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
Poly Wealth Management is an innovative provider of wealth management and financial planning services. For over 2 decades, our advisors have been providing clients with sound, professional, and unbiased financial advice, investment management, and wealth planning. Our philosophy has remained unchanged through the years, and that is to make what can be a complex process straightforward and easy to understand. We specialize in the creation and protection of wealth through comprehensive financial, insurance, and retirement planning. Poly Wealth Management is an innovative provider of wealth management and financial planning services. For over 2 decades, our advisors have been providing clients with sound, professional, and
he was not going to have surgery on his rotary cup, or rotator cup rather, but he decided to have it. That's much better for him because once it's surgically repaired, he'll be 100%. But obviously we wish him well and we miss him.
So
we also lost a few more key players.
So let's talk about those guys. I mean, who are you expecting to step up now in their absence?
I think it's got to be a team effort. Obviously, we're going to have a different rotation. Guys that have not had the minutes. I'm glad that what I do is I study every player and find out how many minutes can they play consecutively at 100%. Every player that plays has got to play at 100%. You know, one of the bigs that we do have can go 5 minutes and 15 seconds. So that's why we're going to be using a lot of players, and we got a few thoughts up our sleeve.
Just in the case of some of your guys now going down and the other guys have to step up, you guys have dropped a couple of games. How do you get the momentum back? How do you prepare for these next few games that you guys have?
Well, what we do is we don't dwell on them. What I do is I tell the guys, all right, so we faced some adversity, but adversity is nothing more than an opportunity and work close. We make some adjustments, so look, we're not going to get that game back, so we got to look forward. No sense looking back. And it's a long season.
What have you guys been working on in practice recently, if you don't mind me asking? What have you guys been working on in practice recently, if you don't mind me asking? Just what have you guys been trying to get better at?
Well, again, we practiced last night.
Yep.
And because we're going to be using more guys that are not used to the minutes, one, we went full steam with guys and then would substitute. What we're working on is really sharing the basketball. It's proven in this game, 4 passes minimum, 2 screens minimum, you'll get better shots. Consequently, teams that get better shots and more of them can put them in a better position.
And you'll get...
You want to know who I learned that from?
Okay, I'm actually very curious. Who'd you learn that from?
Years and years ago, my mentor, Bobby Knight.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I spent a lot of time with him. I've known him 35 years.
Well, also, it's interesting, in that concept, you use up more of the clock as well. If you're making more passes, you use up more of the clock, and then if you end up taking a few more shots,
well,
maybe you make a few more than the other team because of time of possession.
The key to us tomorrow night is going to be defense. Offensively, you know, we want to use at least 17 to 19 seconds of the 24-second shot clock.
Absolutely. Coach, great to see you as always.
My
and we'll
pleasure.
see you tomorrow night.
We'll be here.
That's head coach
Thank
Barry
you.
Mistel of the Winter Park Storm, and we'll see him tomorrow. A 66-48 ball game. We have not had a score change since we came out of the half, but Alvin, you got a chance at halftime to talk to the coaches. What were they saying?
So for Coach AJ in Gainesville, this is a rivalry game for them. And coming into this game, they're really focused on their guard play, and that was where they really focused. And they're loving that. They're loving how they're playing the guards, and they're being very physical with them. And that makes it harder for them to get it into the big guys, which is where they have the advantage. And for Clermont, it's been the complete opposite. They need to be more physical. The coach does not like it. Coach Luna does not like how they've been out physical even with their size advantage, and he feels they need to be more sound and stout defensively. And because they haven't been able to be as physical as they would have liked, it forced them to be at a disadvantage in their transition defense, and that's what led to this discrepancy we see in the points.
Gray down low, fighting for the ball, and taken away by Reynolds, but they'll call a jump ball. No, a timeout. A timeout was taken by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. It's 66-48 ball game. A couple minutes have already gone off the clock. It 9.5 minutes left to go, and there's still no score change here coming out of the half. So a little bit different of a sight for the Clermont Crocs, playing pretty hard here on defense. As we went into that halftime, though, Trey Jackson caught a little bit of fire. Trey Jackson, actually, who I was just told by Coach A.J. Williams, is a trucker, and he drives down here from way far away in Florida just to play these games.
That is huge. Trey Jackson comes here. He has a real motor, literally and figuratively. He has a real motor. He comes down here, and you see he has a drive and a sense of urgency, and that's exactly, he takes that to his game, and he drove all the way around here in order to play this game. And my family owns a trucking company, so I understand the strain that puts on your body, being in the big rig, seeing what it is, and being shaken around all day, and having to come get your legs up under you, get your wits about you, and play as dynamic as he's playing so far. That is big hats off to Trey Jackson, making his money, feeding his family, and coming over here and putting a great performance on for his teammates and for all the fans of the FBA.
One player on each team, Alvin. Who are you choosing to step up big here to make an impact in this game?
So for this game so far, for the Clermont Crocs, I think it has to come from Mo Williams. When he's hot, the team is hot. However, for the Mighty Oaks, it's kind of a team effort. They do a great job distributing the wealth. Anthony Young does a great job. Jabari does a great job. And we have Jared Doherty. He's been quiet tonight, but he's done a great job. Johnson's done a great, everyone does their job. Khalid Williams, you saw him having a great game. But since he's had such a great game, I have to stick with Khalid Williams. He needs to keep doing what he's doing. Right now, they're relying heavily on him and Johnson to do the bulk of the offensive burden. So those two guys have to continue playing at an excellent level for them to see this one through.
Khalid Williams fighting through traffic down low, but couldn't get that one to fall. 9 minutes on the game clock. Cody Hoth to the near side. Kenny Smith. And now they'll cross the court. Williams, the bounce pass, and the Toyle floater, and the Toyle rebound. And Toyle does a great job of giving these guys a second chance. fouled and puts the ball in the cup. Toiloi with 17 points. It's now a 16-point game, and Toiloi for a chance to make it one closer than that. And they've been missing this guy's presence pretty much all year. He was here for their first game of the season. In the last 2 games, he was not present for them. So it must be a welcome sight to kind of have one of your big men back and a guy who can be so destructive down low compared to that other team on the blocks. Cross-court pass, left side. The fadeaway jumper from Johnson, who tries to use the backboard and couldn't get the glass to make it fall in. Kenny Long up with the left hand, and Kenny Long pushing in transition. It's just so fun to compare him and Mo Williams against each other because their style of point guard is just so different, Alvin. It's a 14-point game now on the back of Kenny Long's basket. Right side, Johnson in on Toiloi, and he said no, sir. And Kalik Williams, who caught fire in the first half, comes out and hits his first right here. And Kalik Williams now with 17 points.
And Kalik Williams is just
Montel Williams on the other side, 69-55 the score.
Williams are just having themselves a great game. Kalik Williams averages 13 points, and he has blown that out of the water, hitting a tray ball. And then Mo Williams says, nah, sir, I could do it too. And knocks down. We woke up the beast with that one. Mo Williams knocking down his first tray ball of the game.
Whitley with the give off to Gray down low, and Gray taps that one out of bounds.
Now we're seeing the Clermont Crocs start to get some of that fire that we're used to seeing, and this is going to turn up. This is heating up in the third quarter. If you thought the Crocs were out of it, you are sorely mistaken. They are a fiery bunch. They bend, but they don't break. Mighty Oaks have themselves a game.
Williams left slide, almost slips. Kalik Williams over Hoth, and he airballs it. Great job by Hayes down low, getting it to Whitley left side. And a shot clock violation.
And just look at that fire from the Croc bench over there. They are letting them hear about it. And it's a 14-point game, but this third quarter has been all theirs. So let's see how they go and convert offensively. I like this lineup. You have 2 dynamic combo guards with Kenny Long and Mo Williams, and you have the big fella in, and you have 2 shot creators on the side.
Kenny Long fouled down low. So Reynolds, Long, Hoth, Williams, and Toiloi in for the Clermont Crocs. And on the other side, it's Whitley, Hayes, Young, Kalik Williams, and John Johnson for the Mighty Oaks. So we're not seeing much of Elijah Gray right now, as the first free throw by Kenny Long is sunk, but we'll see a lot more of him later on in the ball game, 100%. Hoth on the right side and Toiloi on the left as Kenny Long sinks a pair. He's now got 8 points, and it's a 12-point ball game with 7 minutes left to play in the third. Anthony Young up top. Great defense here by Kenny Long.
Look at the pressure he's applying.
Williams, Johnson from 2 feet out from the left block, and Johnson making the mid-range jumper. He's now got 14 points.
John Johnson or Udonis Haslam? That was a great baseline jumper by John Johnson.
The pass ahead to Whitley and back to Kalik Williams. Williams fouled and makes the shot. Kalik Williams with 19 points, averaging 13 for the season, and Kalik Williams does not want this game to be even close.
Just look at him in his eye right now. You see him get a nice take right there. Great look by Whitley, seeing him on that cut. However, look at how he is determined. He knows this is his game. He has his fingerprints all over. He's a scoring leader so far, and he just wants to keep pouring it on as he knocks down his first free throw, solidifying the and one play. He is having himself a game. Great job by Kalik Williams.
The press ahead to Cody Hoth, who misses that one, and Toiloi the rebound. Toilei's got quite a few offensive rebounds this game. Kenny Long cutting under the basket, and he has now 10 points. His team trailing 74-59. 6:15 left to play in the third. Johnson, right side 3, and a big shot there hit by John Johnson. who's now got 17 points. A stolen ball. Whitley. And Whitley couldn't make the three, but Anthony Young is going to give them another chance now. Johnson again. Yes, sir!
That is
Johnson with a big three. It's an 80-59 ball game with 5:47 left to play. John Johnson is feeling it with his 17 points. We'll return in just a second. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Pauley Wealth Management.
That was a huge 6-point swing by John Johnson. Knock it down, 2 shots from the right tray. Doing a great job. And you see them, Anthony Young getting an offensive board right there, kicking it out after a steal. They're just doing, everything's firing for them.
Cornelius Reynolds met at the rim down low by Hayes, and he is fouled. An 80-59 ball game. Clermont Crocs again down by 21, Alvin, and they just can't help themselves at all here. It's just the Mighty Oaks just go on these runs where they just over and over again. It's the offensive rebounds, it's the second chance points. But, I mean, Clermont has the same opportunities. They're just missing those second chances that Toyloy has given them.
Gainesville is firing on all cylinders. The rim is as wide as the Atlantic right now, whereas the Clermont Crocs, they are fighting tooth and nail to get a bucket to fall. They have to get, they're doing a good job getting fouls, but they're not making all their free throws. And that's not even, that's just the start of it. They're not able to get the same looks. They're not knocking down their open threes. It's just hard for them as he misses that first free throw. It's just hard for them to get the buckets that they're accustomed to. Usually they turn their defense into offense. However, Mighty Oaks have just cleaned it up, and they're really applying the pressure to them. And that's new for the Crocs right now. That's new for them. They're not used to getting the fight brought to them this way. And that's hats off to Gainesville, just taking it to them early and doing everything they needed to do as he missed both of those.
Kenny Long a few feet out, and he makes the shot. Kenny Long has been the guy for them pretty much all game. It's been him and Toyloy who have kind of kept them in this ball game. 19-point deficit now for the Clermont Crocs, and it's not helping them that they're missing all of these free throw opportunities that they're getting. Kalik Williams fighting for that rebound, passes left corner. Anthony Young, that one bounces in, and sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, but I think that was both good and lucky. An 83-61 ball game.
It takes skill to be lucky. That was reminiscent of that Kawhi Leonard shot, bouncing all the way around the rim before knocking home.
Montel Williams can't convert on that one, and Anthony Young going the other direction. Kalik Williams over Reynolds, and he misses very front iron. Full court pass to Reynolds. Reynolds catches Williams in the air and makes the shot as the whistle blows. And Reynolds goes to the line and has a chance to convert on the three-point play. His team trails by 20.
That was a very heads-up play by Toyloy, understanding where his guys are and knowing that Reynolds is gonna streak. And as he did right there, he streaked, and he was able to catch his eye and just throw a full-court bomb. He didn't move when he got the board. He threw a full-court bomb. Reynolds caught it, looking like Julio Jones, caught it down, up and under, got the contact, and won. And he knocked down the free throw to solidify the play. Great job by Reynolds on that. You're going to need a lot more of that if you're the Crocs.
And they caught Kalik Williams back in transition. He wasn't really looking for the ball. He was more looking to cover his guy in Reynolds. So the Clermont Crocs got a lucky break there. 83-64 the ball game. John Johnson pump fakes, catches Cody Hoth. Now back out to Williams. And Anthony Young makes a long two. His foot was on the line. But still, nonetheless, another 2 points, an 85-64 ball game. The lead is back up to 21.
Jesse, that's just great, beautiful play as he steals that possession right there. Great look, but tough entry pass, and they was able to capitalize on that. That's just great, beautiful basketball by the Mighty Oaks in their last offensive possession. Penetrating, kicking, great look right there as John Johnson knocks down off another dime by Kalik Williams. Another episode of Mighty Oaks penetrating and a guy cutting to the basket and getting a great look. Mighty Oaks are just doing it all offensively, getting great looks. They're having themselves a great game.
A 23-point ball game. Kenny Long can't get that one to fall. And now Kalik Williams going the other direction. Williams spinning right side. Doherty, the sharpshooter. And the rebound by Turner going the other direction. So they need Turner to kind of start stepping up big here. They need every shot they can buy. Reynolds. Ball's tapped away by Whitley, but he slings it out of bounds, so it'll remain Crocs ball. So here comes Trey Jackson now in the game for Kalik Williams. Williams checking out with 20 points, so blew right by his normal points per game total at 13. Kalik Williams having a great game so far. And Montel Williams now on the other side gives it down to Turner, and Turner puts it through. So he's now got 7 points. And in Turner's first game, he's showing a little life here for this Clermont Crocs team, who now again is down by 21. So here's that point margin they can't really get past. Trey Jackson, no good on that one. That was his first 3 taken so far in the third quarter. Now 2:40 left to play. 4 team fouls on the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, so be wary of that in just a second. Turner, Williams. That 3 just bounces around, and Rousseau grabs the rebound, and as he's coming down for it, a loose ball foul.
And right there, you just saw a tough possession for the Crocs. Montel Williams had a great opportunity to swing it cross court to Reynolds, who was wide open. Wasn't able to see it because Gainesville did a great job of crowding the ball handler. That's exactly what they needed to do. Watch the guard play. But on their last offensive possession, Montel Williams got right to the teeth of the defense, right in the heart of the defense, and then dumped it off to his main man, Nicholas Turner, and was able to get 2 points right there. And that's what you need more of. You need Montel penetrating, getting to the heart of the defense, and dishing it, because he has a very high basketball IQ. He knows where to move it. So you need more of that if you're the Crocs, and finding a way to get him open and a lane so he could wiggle his way through a crease is going to be the tail of the tape if they could bring it to a reasonable distance.
Up top to Hoth, and Hoth, one dribble, left side, Rousseau into Reynolds, and now they've got Hoth clear on the right side. He's fouled by Stevenson, and that was a great call by the Crocs there, seeing that Hoth was cutting towards the opposite side, and Stevenson just had to get a beat on him.
Yeah, definitely. That was a great job just being aggressive, and that's the physicality that Coach Luna wanted to see from his team per usual. They're always do a great job of penetrating and just being very physical, not shying away from contact. And Hoth does a great job knocking down his first free throw and doing what they're sticking true to their culture, really. Great job going right into his man and drawing the contact.
Cody Hoth, his second free throw is made, so here come the Mighty Oaks now, trailing by 19. Whitley, left side, Stevenson, one dribble. Young for 3, hits on the left side. Anthony Young hits that big shot, and he's now got 15 points, and Cornelius Reynolds will now have to find something to do with the rock for the Clermont Crocs on the other side. Montel Williams fouled.
It just seems like Gainesville has 6 or 7 guys on the court when they get on offense. They're just too dynamic. They get well into the paint, and every time they do, there's always an Anthony Young. or there's John Johnson, or there's just so many different weapons. A Trey Jackson. Someone is open, and don't forget about Jaquan Whitley. Oh my, this whole season he's been great. So they're doing a great job of getting right into the heart of the defense, and they're kicking it. But the difference between these two teams, when they kick it, the shooter is making the shot.
And another foul on the floor. The Clermont Crocs are shooting shots here on every foul. They are in the bonus from here on out, at least until the end of the third quarter. So a minute and 48 seconds left. Do you think that Gainesville gets to that 100-point mark in that amount of time? Anthony Young, down low, hits the shot and draws the foul. I mean, I'm not far off with that statement. That was a great shot down low by Anthony Young.
That was smooth. That was icy. That was, I don't even know what to say. He got to the lane, brought it all the way up, dropped it way down, kissed it off the top of the backboard with contact. Anthony Young is having himself a game, and of course he banged down the free throw to make it an and one. Great job by Anthony Young on that possession.
92-69, and this one starting to not be close. Reynolds tapped away towards us by Anthony Young. Great defense by Young, but Williams recovers. Williams, right side, good job. Broussard cutting towards the basket is fouled. And Coach AJ doesn't like that call.
And that's just a lot of body contact right there. Refs just trying to play it safe, make sure there's contact down, even if it's below the belt, which is still technically a foul. If you go in there and you bump him and you're not 100% vertical, because you, as a defender, you own that space. If you jump straight up and you have your hands straight up, that's not a foul. However, if you jump even the slightest bit forward to make that contact, to initiate that contact, it is a defensive foul. So it's a gray area. However, no one likes that call. If you don't call it, it's going to be chaos. If you do call it, there's going to be chaos. So you just have to make sure you get ahead of this call early, and the refs have done a great job tonight officiating that, making sure it's good, clean basketball, and they do a great job every time they step out.
A 22-point game as of now, 5 team fouls on the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. And we got Mark King, who's the chairman of the board for the FBA. He's also our producer and engineer today. And, you know, I guess camera guy and maybe scorekeeper and, you know, hype man, I guess. And coach,
champion
when you're coaching, what total deficit is as a coach where you're like, okay, I can't come back? It's 22. It's a 22-point differential right now. When you're coaching a game, where are you like, all right, we're putting in all the reserves for the rest of the minutes?
Well, so twofold. I've been known to put in the reserves quite early.
Oh,
in fact,
yes.
I think last game we went early against the Pride, and Terrell Alfred, who was one of our first-year players, a rookie, he came over to me and says, "Coach, isn't it a little early?" But truth be told, I really do like to just play to the buzzer. If I'm on the other side and I'm losing, we're playing to the buzzer, just for character's sake.
Okay.
So,
well, that's the Coach King inside thought. I was curious to see from a coach's perspective. You know, you're down by 22. When is it that you try to get other guys time? But, you know, some coaches, like the maniac sitting next to us, play for the full amount of time, which, you know, respect.
Definitely.
Alvin, if you were a coach, what would you do?
If I was a coach, it just depends, because you trust your guys. They're on the team for a reason, so I would definitely want to get my guys in. There's really no limit. It's just how comfortable. If I look down the bench and who's ready to play, if you're ready to go and we have a solid lead, if we have momentum, I'm throwing you in. Lace them up, get ready to play. On that last possession, it's tough to see them miss those free throws like that, because you need all of them. So my Crocs are reeling right now.
Jason Russam splits the free throws. A 22-point game. Down low, a big block by Cornelius Reynolds on Trey Jackson. Montel Williams up top, throws it right. Daniel Luna bounces it in softly to Toila, who gets it back out to Luna, and back up top. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Reynolds And the rebound by Glenn Stevenson. So here come the Gainesville Mighty Oaks going the other direction with 40 seconds left to go in the third. Whitley, left corner, dribbling baseline, going up with the reverse, and that one bounces around, and Toyle pulls down the rebound. They're pushing in transition. Here come the Crocs. Reynolds, right side, makes the layup. Cornelius Reynolds with 15 points now and 28 seconds on the game clock. So a 5-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. That one's cut off by Williams. Williams up top, dribbling right on Doherty, throws up a shot, wanted a foul, and it looks like we're going in slow motion now here on the floor. Quite a few fast breaks, and finally a foul as Williams was going towards the basket, fouled by David Luna. 10 seconds left to go, and some chippiness going down between Anthony Young and one of the Lunas down on the right block, and Coach AJ's already in the action. He came over from the bench, and now Coach Maxie Luna is going to walk over. Whitley against Daniel Luna, and we might see an ejection here in a second. 10.2 seconds left to go. And Whitley talking to his coach and Coach Luna for the Clermont Crocs, and both coaches are going to go back to the benches, but both coaches walked over to the action within like 3 seconds.
This is a rivalry game for a reason. As soon as there's an issue, they immediately got into the action, wanting to hear it for themselves what's going on and really try to calm their guys down the best they could. However, it is kind of interesting to watch, Jesse. I cannot lie to you.
I have fun calling those.
Yeah, you have nice play-by-play on the action. We have AJ near half court.
I'll do play-by-play of anything. Anything people want me to do play-by-play of. I'll do play-by-play of Mark King eating a hamburger.
Right, and right now he's
or a zinger.
Oh, a zinger.
A zinger. Oh, takes the first bite. Euphoria in his eyes. His head, his bald head goes even smoother. It's shining like the sun on a beautiful summer day, not during hurricane season in Florida. I don't even know what I'm saying.
He's drooling. He's salivating. His stomach growls and utters a low bellow
that says,
as he devours.
Thank you. I think I need to get him a zinger now.
Yeah, I'm starving now. That was terrible.
I'm so
for
hungry. 10.2 seconds left to go, and we're going to have insight on what just happened.
So for the viewers in the commentary, we had a common foul on number 4 white for hold here, and then we had an offsetting double technicals on white and blue. So we got ball now right here. That's 4 fouls.
That was Mike Rivera with our clarification in a 20-point ball game here. Whitley on the near side will take it out. 10.2 seconds left to go in the third. The inbound to Trey Jackson, and he will slow this thing down, and we'll take the last shot. Jackson against Williams. Jackson left side over Williams, and clear left with the basket, and he did not even come anywhere close. And Coach AJ Stallworth will talk to him as he comes back towards the bench. Not the best shot Jackson has ever taken. A 20-point ball game left to go, and we have 12 more minutes left to play. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Pauley Wealth Management.
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends.
I want the keto.
I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon.
I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go!
Here you go, boy. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band?
Show us what you got, man.
What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Mooyah burgers were great. Mooyah burgers rock!
One more quarter of action. It's a 20-point ball game. Little chippiness to end that third quarter there, but everyone seems to be okay. 2 technicals for both teams, but they both will start at 0 fouls here. In the fourth quarter, Montel Williams going left side and making the first shot of the fourth quarter. He's now got 8 points, and look for him to get more towards the basket. He's a physical guard who has the ability to drop down low and make shots. A 92-74 ball game. Trey Jackson, other side, fouled by Toyloy and goes to shoot 2.
That's a great job by Trey Jackson, taking advantage and penetrating as far as he could go. And it just so happened that it was right at the rim. He found Steve Toyloy there, bumped him, got the foul. Now he's shooting 2. But on that last possession, Montel Williams, that's just a great job of barreling his way, really throwing his weight around and getting to the rack up and easy for him. He has to do more of that if they want to chip away at this lead. Trey Jackson, boom, knocks down his first free throw.
Boom, you're taking the line out of the Jesse book there. I like it.
I got all these books open. I might have to, you'll see the next one. Bang!
Oh, wow.
Knocks down the second.
A bang on a free throw? Not a
throw.
3? Oh,
Trey
no.
Jackson.
I'm sorry, Mike Green.
I'm
sorry.
Because you called me out, I had to pull everyone's card.
Oh, man. Toyloy down low. Zinga! There we go. I mean, at this point, you know, anything goes, apparently, in Alvin's book. So, Steve Toyloy with 19 points now, 94 to 76 is the score. With 11 minutes left to play, Anthony Young traveled. Look at the Luna.
He traveled on that one.
We should just start calling out, you know, random things. What do Migos say? Mama!
Oh, I cannot wait for another shot.
94 to 76. Toyloy down low. White.
Gas. That was a great shot.
Toyloy now with 21 points, 94 to 78 the score. 10:45 left to go in the fourth. Anthony Young dancing around to Johnson, and Johnson down low. Banks it in. Jonathan Johnson with 21.
For all you FBA fans, you're going to hear a lot of ad-libs coming down this quarter.
Toyloy misses the first one. Second one drops in.
Toyloy doing it all offensively, getting a board and putting it back up. You have to see more of that. It's only a 16-point lead, and there's a lot of basketball left. They could turn this game upside down if they really want.
Doherty, left side, falls down to the ground. It's a turnover. The pass ahead to Williams. Williams against Jackson, and Trey Jackson sliding and regaining possession of the ball. Anthony Young fouled on the near side by David Luna, and David Luna fired up on the foul.
They do not like losing, and they are perfectionists right now. They are trying to do their best to cut off the quick Anthony Young, and they weren't able to get there in time, and that's what he's furious about.
So a 16-point deficit for the Clermont Crocs here. Anthony Young through traffic again, and that's the other Luna twin. So 3 team fouls already on the Clermont Crocs. They have to be so careful here, Alvin. They still have 10 minutes left to play in the fourth.
Definitely, but it's hard because they're so quick, and it forces you to really have to run with them. And when you're running with them, you could get those calls.
Young up top, driving in on Luna. And Young hits one, a little floater over Steve Toyloy. Anthony Young with 20 points, and he leads their team in the ball game. Reynolds. Now Williams slowing things down. Man-to-man defense here. And Toyloy throwing it down with his right hand emphatically. And
Bang.
Steve Toyloy now with 25 points.
Toyloy is just a monster in the post. And right there, you want to see more of that. You want to see them get it to him and really just go through him.
Trey Jackson getting through the lane, and a charge. Cornelius Reynolds falls down to the ground, and an offensive foul against the against the Gainesville Mighty Oaks.
It's a great job stepping in front of that just in time, keeping his feet sturdy and drawing that charge by Reynolds. He's been kind of their X factor so far in this game.
Williams dancing around up and flips it into the cup.
Wow, that was beautiful. Moved that rock around so sweetly, cradled it, sang to it and rocked it home, took it to the rack. Great job by Mo Williams.
And a foul on the floor.
For the Crocs offensively, it seems like it's Mo Williams' fourth quarter. Right now, you see him in and out of his packages, and he is getting to the rack. So you definitely want to stay out of his way. It is Mo Williams and Steve Toiloy's games in this fourth quarter. Offensively, they're going to have to take over.
A 14-point game now. Man-to-man defense by the Crocs on the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. So they'll prevent Anthony Young from getting this inbound there. They double-teamed Young with Toiloy and Luna down low. Jared Doherty, the sharpshooter. Rebound by Toiloy, and they'll push ahead. David Luna over to Williams, and Montel Williams steps back and couldn't convert on the three. A fight for the rebound. Elijah Gray coming down with it, and they'll push ahead to Trey Jackson. Jackson running right side over Williams. And a foul down low. And David Luna a little bit upset with that call. Five team fouls now on the Clermont Crocs is what it's displaying on the scoreboard right now, so it should be free throws.
This is definitely interesting. We're seeing both Luna twins emphatic. They are just furious right now about the last call, as we can clearly see, and that just results in an attack, and that's very tough in this game because you're only down 14.
Yeah, the Clermont Crocs were starting to chip away at that one.
Definitely chipped away, and they were doing a great job defensively on Anthony Young. Well, as great as you can, because Anthony Young is just a dynamic offensive weapon. He's so quick, he gets to the lane, and as you saw in that last one where he got it, he flipped it up, a nice little chocolate float, got it down. But on that last possession where they got the board, they did a great job on the inbound.
We got 2 technical fouls, one on number white 4 and on white 5. And then we're going to go ahead, after that, we're going to shoot the free throws after that, and then we're going to point it in the rush, and we're going to put it at the baseline. All right?
Great call there by the officials. Not letting anything go in this ball game.
Jared knocks down his first tech shot. He's going to get another one before they get possession. But going back to that, he knocks both of them down. That's what you love to see if you're the Mighty Oaks. However, on that last possession, the Luna twins did a great job. Actually, it was Luna and Steve Toiloy did a great job of denying Anthony Young on that inbound play, and that turned into a turnover for them. They were able to push the ball and get a Mo Williams score. So that's what you need to see, but then you have to find a way to be cool enough and make a smart defensive play. But they do a great job defensively.
The Gainesville Mighty Oaks are in the bonus, and with that call from the officials, I'd like to recognize our elite officials from Right Call Officials, who are owned and operated locally by Mike Rivera. He offers the best quality officials in the area and can cover your most basic needs for officiating in the Orlando and Central Florida area. Here are the best points of contact for him. You can get him on Instagram at Right Call Official Inc. or by email at rightcallofficials34@gmail.com. Those are the numbers 3 and 4, and rightcallofficials34@gmail.com. When you need officials, make the right call, not the wrong, for your officiating needs. And hey, tell them Jesse sent you. A 101-86 ball game, Alvin, and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks are back up.
I love this matchup. Kenny Long versus Anthony Young. Kenny Long on that last possession got right to the rack, threw that lefty up just like he does so well and got the bucket. And I love him on quick with Anthony Young.
Ball stolen away. Kenny Long up with the right hand. And Kenny Long with 16 points now. His team trailing by 13. Look at that.
7 minutes left in this game. There's a lot of basketball. They're only as down as they want to be.
And James Wesley kissing the glass for his first 2 points of the ball game. The lead is back up to 15. Cornelius Reynolds, far side. Gives it up to Toyle, back to Reynolds. Reynolds through traffic, right side, good Euro step, fouled and makes the shot.
Wow. Wow. Reynolds really coming around that and attacking hard with the European two-step. And what did he do? Finish through contact. Let's see him knock down this free throw. They are only down 13. As long as if they could muster up a couple of defensive possessions, this is a game once again.
So Reynolds now at the line, shooting 57% from the stripe this season so far. His team trailing by 13, 7:16 left to go in the fourth. Reynolds from the line for the chance at the and one, and converts. So now Cornelius Reynolds with 18 points. A 12-point ball game. Clermont Crocs bringing the lead back down of the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, or so we think. Glenn Stevenson converting down low. He's got 4 points. Lead back up to 14. Williams. Reynolds guarded by Wesley, and Reynolds turning the corner into the lane. Fouled! Makes the bank shot! And goes to the line for a chance to bring this within 11, Alvin.
And that's a great job by Reynolds. It was Mo Williams and Steve Toyloy's show early on in this fourth, and Reynolds said, nah, I'm a part of this team too. I'm a playmaker, and he has his second chance at an and one in his second possession. Great job being aggressive and flipping it up, knocking it down. Reynolds is taking over so far. Everyone's pitching in so far offensively, and he's had a great game so far, getting a couple steals, getting some assists, some key rebounds, and he's been solid for them this year. Reynolds, typically when he gets in, he averages 19.7 points per game and 11 rebounds, which is very nice. That is a double-double. He is a pivotal part of their offense and defense. He's shooting around 38%, and he shoots 50 from the field and 57% from free throw. However, in the clutch, he's been knocking it down, which is what you want to see. Let's see if he can do it once again on this one.
Reynolds can't convert, so he splits the free throw. And Kenny Long, the second chance. Toyloy giving them a third chance. Cody Hoth. Reynolds down low. And Reynolds makes it a 10-point game. 6.5 minutes left to go. And the Clermont Crocs finding their fire here in the late part of the fourth quarter. A travel by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. The Clermont Crocs are feeling it right now. Wow. 10-point ball game, 105-95, and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks are going to have to take a timeout. How about this momentum swing? The Clermont Crocs got a lot more in just a second. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
Poly Wealth Management is an innovative provider of wealth management and financial planning services. For over 2 decades, our advisors have been providing clients with sound, professional, and unbiased financial advice, investment management, and wealth planning. Our philosophy has remained unchanged through the years, and that is to make what can be a complex process straightforward and easy to understand. We specialize in the creation and protection of wealth through comprehensive financial, insurance, and retirement planning.
And right now we are seeing a big momentum shift, and the Clermont Crocs are having themselves a nice little run, bringing it within 10, and they have the ball. Let's see if they could utilize this to get 9-8 and just keep it pouring.
Toyloy putting the ball on the ground a few times. Williams has that one tipped around, stolen away by Whitley. Whitley pulling back up to Johnson. Johnson left side from 10 feet. Mid-range jumper no good, and the rebound by Hoth. It's a great possession on defense there by the Clermont Crocs of stopping the Mighty Oaks. Williams throwing left side to Toyloy. Back to Reynolds, and Reynolds tangled up and fouled.
That's what you want. Right now, you see Clermont just getting right into the restricted area. That colored area right there is a sacred ground if you're a defensive-minded team. And right now, Clermont is all in there. Exactly what the Mighty Oaks are doing in the first half. Clermont took that and emulated it here in this fourth quarter. And right now, Reynolds has been the beneficiary of that.
Reynolds leaves that one short. Still a 10-point game.
And it's huge because right now you need everything. You're fighting. You're doing so well defensively. You're doing a great job offensively. You get to the line and you miss both of them. That is tough.
As we like to say, Alvin, you hate to see that.
You hate to see it. I think we need Jerry on there.
Oh.
Knock down some of those free throws for us.
Jerry will make every free throw that the Clermont Crocs need. A block down low by Cody Hoth on Young. Hoth ahead to Reynolds. Reynolds left side on Kalik Williams. Hoth grabbing the rebound. It's tipped around by Toyloy. Reynolds recovers. Reynolds to Toyloy, and Toyloy called for a travel. And so you got to be taking care of the ball and being aware of your surroundings here. A 10-point game. You can't lose it to a travel.
Definitely not. That is a great possession. They are just fighting tooth and nail, getting offensive boards, and really using that size advantage that they have. But the Mighty Oaks did a great job of being unyielding on defense, forcing a turnover.
Johnson traveled. Took one too many steps. Given he was flying, though.
He was flying. He jumped. It looked like he took his gather from the three-point line. But they're calling it on both sides. So knowing that, you know now, okay, you have to have real integrity and be very intentional with your pivot foot and when you pick up your gather.
5 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in the fourth. Toyloy tangled up and throws it down. They'll wave off the shot.
And that's a smart play by John Johnson. That was a great move by Toyloy, getting around, using that body spin move, and you just have to foul him, make him earn it, because that's just too easy if he gets to the lane.
So the foul was on the floor. 4 team fouls on the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. They are in the bonus, though, when they are on offense. So Reynolds takes a 3. Kenny Long. Hoth, left side, into traffic. Grabs his own rebound. And Hoth, the second chance, he's blocked down low by Johnson, and Wesley recovers it. So here's, you can hear Joquan Whitley yelling, go. Johnson fouled down low and goes to the line. 4 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in the fourth. It's a close game here, a 10-point game with under 5 minutes left to play.
Jesse, what did you expect from the game of the week? These are two great teams. You have a rivalry brewing right here. You see the tensions flaring from the players. It starts from the top, though. Coaches are fiery. They both have the same blueprint, the same DNA. They cut from the same cloth as Johnson knocks down his first free throw, and it just bleeds down and trickles down to their players, and you just see them. The players are just reciprocating that passion that these coaches are showing, and you have a great game right now. The Clermont Crocs have not been able to chip into this lead and get it within single digits since the first quarter, and Mighty Oaks have not let up as Johnson misses that second free throw. Will this be what breaks them that 10-point barrier? Let's find out.
Williams, right side. Good job there by Toyloy, creating some room for Williams to put it through. And Williams with 12 points, and now a 9-point game and a foul against Kenny Long. And that means more free throws for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Yeah.
Can I say it?
Sure.
Bang!
Oh, no.
Great shot by Mo Williams coming off the screen. Great screen by Toyloy coming down and knocking down the jumper, bringing them to 9 points. That's the closest they've been since the game started. Huge shot. Mike Breen, thank you for making that word so pivotal.
So Wesley from the line. Don't give me that look, Alvin. Don't do it.
You know I have to. Wesley knocks down that first free throw, and that's a big shot for them, just letting them know that their foot is still on their necks and they're going to have to do more in order to really make this a close game. But there's 4 minutes left. You have so much time if you're the Crocs.
Second free throw rims out. And now here come the Crocs going in the other direction. Williams, Reynolds, Toyloy, Smith, Long, and Cody Hoth in. And Cody Hoth from 15 feet hits the jumper. He's got 8 points. And now it's an 8-point game. It hasn't been an 8-point game since the second quarter. Wesley dancing up top. Right side, Kalik Williams in on Kenny Long. And the mid-range hit.
That's a great job. Kalik had the mismatch. So once they jumped the ball down low, they had to help, and that left Wesley open up top. Knocked it down. Great shot.
Hoth one dribble and fouled. And now both teams in the bonus the rest of the game. 3 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. A 10-point game, 109-99. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks lead by 10.
Right now, Cody Hoth is just doing a great job of getting an up fake because they know he could shoot the three. He had a great job, or a great game last game. He's getting them up in the air as he knocks down that first free throw. And once they get in the air, he immediately attacks. And that's the key right there. Once you get him up, just be very aggressive, get in there. And right there, on the last possession, we saw him knock it down, and now he has 2 shots, and he knocks both of those down, which is huge.
Cody Hoth, in his second game here in the FBA, put up 15 last game. He's got 10 so far in this one. Crocs almost created a turnover there. Wesley spinning into the lane, and Toyloy the rebound with 3.5 minutes left to go. An 8-point game, 109-101. The Crocs going on a little bit of a run here. A pump fake. Reynolds up to the basket, and Toyloy trying to come down with the rebound. And that'll go out of bounds off the hands of the Mighty Oaks. Crocs basketball going their direction. 3:16 left to play in the fourth. Both teams in the bonus, and we'll be shooting free throws on any foul from here on out. The inbound to Toyloy, who's 2 feet back from the right block. Williams back to Toyloy, and Toyloy backing in on Johnson. Almost has it stripped away, and a foul. So Toyloy now at the line already with 25 points in the ball game.
And that's exactly what you want. He has a double-double in this game so far, and you know that he is going to be dynamic. They did a great job getting him the ball early as he knocks down his first free throw, which is huge for them. They get it to him early, and from there, if they double him, he kicks it. And if they don't double him, he's able to finish strong. That's the tail of the tape. That's what the Mighty Oaks have done, and it's held true. So now can they emulate that as he misses the second one?
Still a 7-point game with 3 minutes left to play, and this is all we could have hoped for from our Saturday night game of the week here in the FBA. Trey Jackson, who was hot earlier, gives it left side to Johnson. Johnson, the leading scorer for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. And now the ball going the other direction. Under 3 minutes left to play. This is grind time for the Clermont Crocs. Here's Long, left side to Hoth, and Toyloy wants the ball. Toyloy, double teamed, spins down low, throws up, and is fouled.
He is just too strong on that block, and there's no way you can front him, because if you front him, he throws it over top. And if you don't front him, you see what we just saw right there. He just muscles his way to the basket. He is 6'9", 280. This is his first game back. He already has 26 points actually, and he has a double-double. He has just been a nightmare on the block. And if he can make his free throws, they will be up in this game as he knocks down the second one.
So that's been the tale for the Crocs this game, is they just have not made a lot of free throws, Alvin.
They left a lot of ham and potatoes at that free throw line, missing a lot of free throws. If they hit their free throws, they're up in this game.
Jackson, right side, down low, cut off by Hoth. Here's a fast break for the Clermont Crocs. Reynolds, down low, the flippin', And now a 4-point ball game. Reynolds with 26 points. And he's one short of Steve Toiloy with 27. Other side, a shot missed, and here come the Crocs. Ball's tipped away, and a foul on the floor. And in a 4-point ball game, Alvin, free throws are going to decide everything in the last 2 minutes exactly of the ball game.
This is huge because so far the Crocs have been splitting free throws. Can they knock down both free throws every trip to the line? Because you have guys like Reynolds slashing to the lane. They're being very aggressive. They're doing everything you need. They up the physicality aspect of their game, and you saw it hold true, and you saw what that did. They got to the free throw line as Montel Williams misses the first free throw. Jesse, this is huge. There's 2 minutes left. They're down 4. You need to make your free throws. They are doing a great job of getting to the line, but Jesse, it doesn't matter if you don't make them. You're getting free throws. They're free. Please, for the love of everyone who loves the Crocs, you have to make your free throws.
Montel Williams misses the second one. Williams gets it back, pump fakes, gives it down low to Reynolds, and Reynolds banks it home. So Reynolds gets it right back. It's a 2-point game, 109-107. Under 2 minutes left to play. Johnson with the ball in his hands. He's the leading scorer for the Mighty Oaks. Mid-range territory over Toiloy. No good. And Reynolds gets the rebound. Reynolds up to Kenny Long. Kenny Long down low. He missed the layup in a 2-point game. Kalik Williams, right side to Hayes. Hayes is well off on the right. A minute and a half left to play. Kenny Long throws it down the floor, and Reynolds puts it through for a tie ball game. 109-109, and a timeout taken on the floor. A 21-point deficit at one point in time, and we are all tied up here in the fourth quarter. 1.5 minutes left to play. This is FBA basketball right here, presented by Pauley Wealth Management.
Pauley Wealth Management is an innovative provider of wealth management and financial planning services. For over 2 decades, our advisors have been providing clients with sound, professional, and unbiased financial advice, investment management, and wealth planning. Our philosophy has remained unchanged through the years, and that is to make what can be a complex process straightforward and easy to understand. We specialize in the creation and protection of wealth through comprehensive financial, insurance, and retirement planning.
And you just saw the pendulum swing in the favor of the Crocs. They have just been pouring it on, being very physical, getting to the lane and getting to the free throw line. And even if they miss from the free throw line, they're getting another opportunity, and they've been knocking it home. It is a tied ball game so far with a minute left in this game.
Both teams are in the bonus, so any fouls will lead to shots here. And that will mean a chance for the lead. Left side, Young getting a screen, now double teamed well out beyond the arc. Young having some trouble. And a timeout taken by head coach A.J. Stallworth. And Stallworth in a little bit of trouble here, Alvin. 109-109 is the score. We're all tied up here in the fourth quarter. We're going to keep it here for this timeout break because there's just so much on the plate here. Obviously, the Clermont Crocs want to win this one. They're coming off of their first loss of the year. And the Gainesville Mighty Oaks are coming off only their second win of the year. They lost back-to-back games before that. So a big win could lead to great placement going into the playoffs later on in the season.
Definitely. In this game, the Crocs have just done a great job of being so aggressive. It took food off of the Mighty Oaks plate. And right now, that's what Coach AJ is trying to get his team to realize. They have to be calm in this moment. They have to score. They have to get a bucket. They have to get a great look.
3 seconds on the shot clock, so it'll be a quick inbound and shoot. Whitley from the far side. The inbound, and it's stolen away by Kenny Long. Kenny Long going the other direction and slows things down. Williams out beyond the arc, guarded by Whitley. Under 1 minute left to play. Hoth, left side. Bounce pass down low to Toyloy. Toyloy backing up on Williams, and Toyloy traveled down low. 41 seconds left to play, and Toyloy traveled.
That was a great spin move. He had a mismatch, just forgot to put the ball down. Can they convert on this and give themselves a 2-point cushion?
Young will bring the ball up the floor. 34 seconds on the game clock. Johnson dribbling left side, up with the left hand for the lead. It rims in! A 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
That was a great confident take by Johnson, getting it to go in with the left hand.
Kalik Williams with the steal. Whitley will throw it ahead, and the Clermont Crocs will get the last shot of the fourth quarter. Williams to Reynolds. Reynolds down low, makes the shot, and draws the foul for a chance at the lead in the ball game.
That is a great job by Reynolds, doing exactly what he's done all fourth quarter. He got to the lane, he's been aggressive, and right there it holds true once again. He gets an and one opportunity. Can he be the hero of tonight's game and get them the first lead they had all game? Jesse, we are watching the greatest comeback in FBA history so far. That is a great job by Reynolds. Can he be the Clermont Crocs hero?
So Reynolds goes to the line. He's got 31 points in the ball game. 111 to 111, and Reynolds gets a chance here. While Reynolds averaging 19 points per game, blew right by that one.
He blew the top off of his scoring record so far.
But the problem is he's only shooting 57% from the free throw line this season. Reynolds for the lead. It's good!
Wow.
A 1-point game. Trey Jackson bringing the ball up the floor. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks get the last shot. Williams with 2 left to go. It's off to the right. And the Clermont Crocs pull off an improbable comeback. 112 to 111 is the final score, and that's going to hurt the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. What a game we've seen here in Orlando, Florida. Alvin and Mark King sitting next to me have no words. That was an amazing, amazing game.
I cannot believe what I just watched all game. The Mighty Oaks had the clear upper hand in this game so far. They did a great job of getting in the seams, and just it seemed like they couldn't do no wrong. However, the Crocs bended, but they did not break. They did a great job rallying in the second half. They used that last little push they had in the end of the second quarter. They used that and they leveraged that to go crazy. Absolutely insane out-of-body experience. They just poured it on in the second half. Third quarter got very aggressive, and they got even more physical in the fourth, and you witnessed the greatest comeback of the season.
Well, I will say that it's been a while since we've seen a game like that in the FBA, and Mark, we're going to bring you in for the post-game show here, and if you're just tuning in with us, it was a 112 to 111 ball game. The Clermont Crocs won within the last 10 seconds of the ball game. Mark, have you seen a game like that in the NBA, in the FBA so far?
Well, I did years ago. Years ago, of course. We came down back from 23 against the Palm Beach Knights, but not in this fashion, in the quality of the things that we're doing, the quality of players in the FBA. It's just an incredible display. Kind of goes back to my comment earlier in the broadcast about resilience, right? You fight till the end. These guys were down 20-some points. They never gave up. They got through the technical fouls. They got feisty. They stayed at it. They stayed in the head. In Gainesville, they cracked. And that's a tough situation. But wow, That was what a display of basketball. What a display of resilience. That's what the fans want to see right there.
That was one of the best basketball games I think I've ever called. It's definitely the biggest comeback in a game that I've ever called as well. The Clermont Crocs at one point trailed by 21 points to come back and beat this Gainesville Mighty Oaks team by 1. And Alvin, we'll start with you. Your guys' players of the game.
Wow. In a game that we just saw today on both sides, it is just so hard. But I have to go with my main man, Cornelius Reynolds. He had 30-some-odd points, and he knocked down the game-winning free throw. He's been very aggressive, and he's been that constant force for the Crocs. He had a great show of physicality on fighting with the big fellas, getting boards, and he did a great job of getting some steals. And he struggled from the free throw line, but he made the biggest free throw of the game. He fought hard. He was relentless on defense. I have to say Cornelius Reynolds.
Coach?
Listen, you got to go to the unsung hero for sure. Played an incredible game, Cornelius. But look, if we look at last game and then we look at this game, what a difference Steve Toyle makes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a difference. That presence down there, I think you got to acknowledge it. You got to see it for what it is. And I think you got to go co-MVPs right there. The presence of Steve Toyle changes things for the Clermont Crocs. But look, that's ice in the veins. Ice in the veins when you hit a shot like that. There's no question. That's a tough shot to make. And any day, twice on Sunday, that's tough. That's tough.
I would also like to point out that Montel Williams probably had one of his best games, even though he came into the game averaging around 15 points per game. Only put up 12, but he's the facilitator that I think the Clermont Crocs really need. And, when they were getting back on those runs, he was the one that got them going. He's bringing the ball down the floor, letting them set their offense, And the Clermont Crocs like to do a little mix between fast push and transition, and then let the offense get set, let things get going. So I'm going to take Montel Williams. And, gentlemen, your final remarks on the game. Coach, we'll start with you.
As a point guard, I can appreciate that. I think the point guards always set the tone, so definitely there. But for me, couldn't be more excited to see FBA action like that. Those are the things that the FBA brings to the table. Our parity in this league is incredibly strong. I think it's just a matter of who wants it more. And I love to see close games. I think the fans like to see that. And it's a good day for the chairman.
And Mark couldn't have said that better. We just saw a great product. We saw on one side, we saw the Clermont Crocs just get beaten to a pulp in the first half. It just seemed like Steve Toyle was doing a great job. You saw the clear difference, just getting all those opportunities for second chance points, but they could not buy a bucket. It cost an arm and a leg, and they just couldn't do it. And on the other end, the Mighty Oaks were able to just penetrate, get all the looks, drive and kick, and everyone was knocking down their shots. And then the end of the second quarter comes, and the Clermont Crocs get a key stop. They get a three-pointer to fall from one twin, and then a defensive stop, and then another three-pointer. And Trey Jackson goes and knocks down a huge three to end the half. However, that wasn't enough to stall their momentum, because coming into the second half, they started going, and you start seeing Mo Williams getting involved. You start seeing Kenny Long make some of those spectacular plays he makes. You start to see Cornelius Reynolds start making those slashing plays, and then our main man Steve Toyle just grabbing all of those boards, and you start seeing them chip away at the lead, and they got chippier, but they used that to fuel their momentum, and they just pulled it out in the end off of a crazy series of events. So this is exactly what you get when you tune into FBA basketball. There's a great product out here, and they do a great job. All these teams throughout the league do a great job of performing.
Mark, you've been here the longest, and you've seen rivalries before. Is this a rivalry in the making?
I think absolutely. You could tell by the feistiness on the way out of here. I think that and AJ Stallworth he's fiery anyway. Love AJ's energy.
Coach.
Definitely going to hold his guys accountable because at the end of the day, no matter what, it comes down to the players. But have they split?
They haven't played each other yet this season.
Is this the first?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we played the Gainesville in
Yeah.
Gainesville. That's right. I would definitely want to tune into the next one against these guys. There's going to be a score to settle for sure. So.
I would not be surprised if these teams see each other playing in the playoffs in early September. 112 to 111 is the final score of this game. The Clermont Crocs overcome a 21-point deficit to pull this one out in our Saturday night game of the week. We got 3 more games on the way for you tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But that'll wrap things up for us here. For Mark King and Alvin Delvey, I'm Jesse O saying good night here from Orlando, Florida, as we get set for more games tomorrow. Good night.